So great to reconnect with you, Dana.
Great to reconnect with you, Parashakti.
Uh, so we're going to just move a little bit before we go officially into this really, I will say, very touching moment with you. And as I'm staging, I'm offering a prayer both to you from my heart and to everybody that is joining us, that this sage clear any energies that don't serve us. Because in the way that Dana and I operate, as I got to, dance with you in February of 2020, right?
Yeah.
And I've gotten a chance to just catch up with you in this time. We know that we become empty, hollow bones so that spirit can work through us. And so with that, I welcome spirit, I welcome you, and I welcome all of you that have joined. So I had the great honor, wait, let me make this music a little lower, as much as I love music, as we all know. Okay. Well, the music loves us because it doesn't want to end. Okay, I love that. Okay. So when I was a guest teacher at Rythmia, before becoming a resident at Rythmia, I was there with Felicia Tomasco, the founder of LA Yoga Magazine, in February. And that's where I met Dana and her mom. And we're here today to share in the continuous miracle of Dana's life. Not only Dana's life, her mom's life. And it continues because in this dance of 2 years of very deep work that you've done, Dana, you are actually going back to Rythmia October 17th through the 24th with your mom and your sister.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. So, you know what? Let's start. We're celebrating many miracles today. The miracle of you returning to Rythmia, and also the very, very first miracle. And so I'd love for you to share your story, to begin from a place of the before time, the after time, and the all time that we're in right now. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Dana Liesigang, and what ultimately brought me to Rythmia was the desire to cure and heal a spinal cord injury, as well as emotional wounds from being raped and thrown off a 75-foot cliff in the military when I was 19 years old. And I have a book called Falling Up because I was thrown off of a cliff at 19 and I've been falling up ever since. And through this journey of healing, I've done many modalities of healing, from massage, acupuncture. I've done stem cells around the world. And the emotional side was, I think, the biggest one to step into. When people fight against it, we have to step into it. So I feel like when I went to Rythmia, I really dove deep into my emotional side, and I was able to heal not only some internal wounds that I had, but some that I had with my mom. And from there, I'll let Parashakti take back the reins.
I was playing DJ. I was able to tune us back in without the music. You know, music is such medicine. So that was a perfect kind of right when you kind of passed the energetic talking stick to me. That's when the music ended. So I know that God is the DJ. Yes. So again, the miracle of where you are and who you are today from what you just shared. And I know that you had a very clear intention when you came to Rythmia in February of 2020. And so why don't you share about that miracle?
I actually had a very clear intention to heal my spinal cord, and I got an even bigger miracle than that. I healed a relationship with my mom. Um, because you can go through life in a wheelchair, but you can't go through life without your mom. They're there the day you're born, because if they're not, there's a problem. So healing my relationship with my mom allowed me to open my heart, go deeper in my own physical and emotional healing, and it also allowed my mom and I to reconnect from, we were very, very close when I was little. And then as life happens, we parted in our ways. And it was a tumultuous relationship for a good 20 years. And she agreed to go with me to Rythmia. And um, there we reconnected again. And we talk almost every day for the last 2 years. And it hasn't fallen off. And my sister has seen such a huge change in our relationship and how we are in general that she's like, I want to go to Rhythmia. So I'm really excited that my sister's going in October with us.
So powerful. It seems like such a both a dance of completion and new beginning, especially now that the three of you are going,
Yeah.
right?
We've
Yeah.
all experienced similar things in life, similar traumas, and you get that cyclical behavior of relationship patterns. And then, you know, you're going out into the world and you're just repeating your past every day. And instead of doing that, you can step into your future when you heal your heart wounds.
Mm. And that's what we do at Rhythmia, right?
Yeah.
We show
Yeah.
me who I've become, and you know,
For me, that it I was shown all these different situations that I was angry about with my mom. I was shown all these things from her perspective. Instead of only seeing my through my eyes. Ayahuasca showed me through her eyes. I mean, she had always said I always did the best I could with what I knew at the time, but as a kid, you're like, yeah, still wasn't good enough. And when I went through my journeys, I was really able to see her perspective and her pain and her wounds, and then understand she really did do the best she could with what she knew how. And then you're just like, okay, I can open my heart to myself and my mom and have more compassion for others around me, because we're so set in what we see and our perspective that if we flip that coin, there really is a different perspective, whether you agree with that or not, because you can't see it. Their wounds are just as valid as yours.
right.
And allowing them to just be and grow in their time, not your time. So I was able to grow a lot in my own time, and I can honestly say I was the asshole for a long time. I have no problem admitting that I was the one with more anger, and I just couldn't get around that. And once I was able to get around that and see her point of view and see her life from her eyes in a way, I was able to have more compassion. And our relationship is so beautiful now. And I have so much hope for my sister to have a similar relationship change, not just with my mom, but with me.
Wow, so so potent and powerful. So the three of you are going back together, and I know that that will even more bring the closeness that you're praying for. What more can you share about the experience of now being able to work with the medicine as a family unit, and how that can really support this next chapter of everything that you want to create in your world?
Well, I can live in my future self more often than not. And I'm constantly seeing places where I'm like, oh, bumped up against myself right there, didn't I? So I'm like, I'm more aware of old patterns. And then when you become more aware of them, you can change them and become a different person. And currently, I'm using Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations and his retreats, meditation retreats, in conjunction with Rythmia. I'm gonna go to Rythmia for a week, and then 4 days later, I'm gonna be at an advanced retreat in Denver with Joe Dispenza, and I feel like they're very different modalities for the same goal of wholeness. And I feel like with my sister and my mom, once they go through this, my mom is already meditating, but my sister and I will be even more close. And I was able to open my mind to meditation. Before I was very meh, I'm not meditating. I don't know. That's just hoo ha, craziness, whatever. Good. That's for monks. That's what they do. And 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 then when I I went through the ayahuasca journey, I was like, whoa, yeah. Now my mind is open, and I read Becoming Supernatural and really just dove deep into meditation because Rythmia was closed. So I'm like, okay, we got to do something. And Dr. Joe taught me through his work how to calm my mind and calm my body, not let my body do the talking, and go into my heart and connect my heart and my brain because there's two different brains going on. And when we're all up here, we all know if you're all in your head, things, if you're in your head, you're dead, right? So when we connect our heart and our brain and we get them in coherence, we're able to blossom into a new us.
Yes. And that is the third intention at Rythmia is merge me with my soul at all costs.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is so coherent with what you just shared. You know, all these teachings, they bring us back to this oneness. And there's so many different paths and ways of going about it. And I'm so excited for you that you are returning to Rythmia to continue to dance the miracle of your life.
Wholeness is key. You know,
Yeah.
at one point, you know, you just go, it doesn't really matter what's going on in my body as long as I'm whole in my heart. The rest will take care of itself.
And, you know, I have to kind of giggle right now because in February of 2 years ago, when I was a guest teacher at Rythmia, again, not yet a resident, that's when I really got the message from the medicine that I want to become a full-time resident the week that I met you. And they say that, you know, 50% is in the maloka and 50% is out, and how things start to unravel and manifest after we do the work. And so the manifestation of when we do this hard work of what is there for us to step into and embody, hence me becoming a resident at Rythmia, I really feel that the path of the medicine really has a map to follow, navigation tools, and to know that we are the miracle. And so I am holding, as we did a prayer before we came on live, I'm holding you and your family in such light so that each one of you on the quest of the miracle that is already here for you, that you're able to just allow for spirit to weave its magic on and off the dance floor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for hearing the call, for saying yes. And I can't wait to hear how your trip to Rythmia is and was.
It'll be amazing.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Oh! So, everyone, thank you so much for joining. A true inspiration, Dana is, and her mom, and her sister, which I am hoping to get an interview with them after they've all journeyed together. So, stay tuned for that. And I'm just really, really grateful. You know, Rythmia is now closed until the 18th and the doors reopen. So, book, just show up, say yes. That's the answer. Okay. So much
You.
love to all of you. Thank you so, so much. Have a great weekend.